Hello, everybody. My name is Kent Dooley, and this is my Mastery Journal reflection vlog for the social media and engagement online class. So, expectations of the course and how the course met up with the students. I definitely expected the course to be focused on social media, and the course it definitely was on social media engagement in terms of obviously having the engagement with social media followers and whatnot. And yeah, obviously the second, uh, there were some assignments that were very, good with all that, but it was definitely a very interesting one when it came to, posting, creating accounts on different platforms that I hadn't been on before. And I feel like or haven't had an account on before, and I feel like I've done well in progressing in my social media reach in terms of being on more platforms and being engaged on more platforms for the purpose of spreading my journalistic content and, of course, following and abiding by any rules that are set by, at least in terms of a more restricted platform. I'd say Reddit is definitely a more restricted platform when it comes to posting in specific communities and being sure, and obviously them having their own specific rules, so having to follow all those rules and being sure that I'm in compliance with them is definitely an interesting perspective there. And yeah, I feel like that my expectations have definitely been met when it comes to this course being a bit more of a social media course and having to recalibrate my own strategies around that. So the assignment that I feel like I got the most out of was the second week assignment of posting of pasting social media posts and putting them onto my website. I feel like I had definitely a good, interesting time with posting highlights of the U.S. men's soccer team's game against Paraguay, their opening World Cup game against Paraguay on Friday, June the 12th in Los Angeles. So it was definitely good. Practice for, stuff that's done by digital journalists, and pretty much every journalist these days when writing on a digital platform, basically embedding social media posts. And I feel like I got the most out of that because it just gave me more confidence and, finding these social media posts and pasting them on there to promote the event and show, of course, highlights of the match. And I feel like that was definitely a good step that I took there towards doing something that, embedding. I've obviously done embedding before when it came to having a YouTube embed, SoundCloud embed, but having more technical skills on my website for social media embeds from different platforms is definitely a big step forward for me. So, what I wish I could have done better this month, I feel like I could have had more concrete planning when it came to, basically just planning out stories and whatnot, and hopefully just finding a way to just balance it out and whatnot. I feel like I don't know, gotten a bit I got a little bit complacent when it came to that, and I've kind of, haven't been as, even keel as I was earlier in the program when it came to, finding story ideas. It's just not as easy to do it when there's not many sporting games going on, or if there's people not as available because now in the you're here in the summertime, and people tend to go out of town and vacation for the summer. So I feel like having to, be resourceful and find other resources in terms of, at least for assignment three this month, I feel like I was lucky in finding an expert and whatnot, and well, it was more the expert found me than me finding the expert. So I feel like it was definitely a very interesting thing there. So sometimes there's stuff that can be done better, and of course it's all about opportunity, planning, and timing. Timing is everything when it comes to stories in the digital realm these days. And how this course prepared me for my career? Well, it prepared me for my career in terms of utilizing social media for potential career with digital media and whatnot. It definitely helped with my with being aware of social media's power to be used as a tool for informing the public, and how with that comes a very heavy responsibility. And understanding that responsibility as a journalist, I have to be sure that I do not, of course, compromise too much of my integrity when it comes to social media because there's some things that we can post on social media, comments and whatnot. When we're commenting on a post, and we might be saying stuff that's not necessarily true or opinionated. It can definitely kind of leave a stain on us if we're actually working in as a media person, as an independent media person, and that's obviously key for me. And obviously, when you're posting that's something, and you have to be sure you get all the details right. You have to be sure you get details right, even if the audience may not care completely about the details. It's better to care about the details and rather than to overlook the audience because there might be audience members who actually do care about the truth, and if they feel like they're being duped, then that is not good for reputation and whatnot. So definitely being prepared in my career for obviously being truthful and striving to verify as much of the facts as possible. And going forward, I only have a couple of classes left, and I hope to be on a good path towards graduating very soon. And this class definitely has, prepared me on at least on the social media side for a potential career in digital media journalism. Thank you very much.